Peace, everyone. This is Angela Jordan Perry with Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling. And it is that time. It's that time for another interview. Yes. So today I have new equipment, new camera, new everything. So if you're joining in, hopefully everything will come up looking decent for you. And thanks for joining in. As you all come in, girlfriends, let me know where you're coming in from, where you're homeschooling. This is Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling with Angela Jordan Perry, and that's who I am. We have an amazing interview coming up today, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. She should be on in just a little bit, and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna rock and roll it. So let's see. She is here, and we're gonna add her on. I hope you all have had a wonderful day today. My day has been full, but I don't have a lot of things done and a lot of things still waiting for me to do, but it's all good. Hope you all have had a great day. It's been really, really, really raining here, and I love rainy days, honestly. I love rainy days. It's calm, it's still, it's quiet, and so we're going to get started. It looks like she's coming on. But you all introduce yourself, say hello. As you come in and you say hello, you wave, you speak, thumbs up. More you do that, more the Facebook will share it out to everyone. So please come in, give some thumbs up, give some hearts, say hello, give me a high five, do something like that. There she is. Hello, Lorena.
Hey.
So while we are both in South Carolina, we have this crazy delay. So if it seems kind of weird, it's just us trying to sync our conversation together. So hopefully, can you hear me, Lorena?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
I think I have to go out and come back in.
Yeah, okay, come back out, go out and come back in. I'll be waiting. So yeah, anyway, so she is kind of like in the very, very secluded area. And so her internet service is not the strongest. But anyway, we're going to work with what we have. Hey, Alicia. Hey there, girl. Let's see who all we're going to share. You all hit the share button and get this out to your groups, to your friends, to your other girlfriends, so that they can connect with us here on Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschool. And I'm going to share it out too. So let's see. And a few groups that I'm going to do that. How many of you have already started homeschooling? I have not started yet, but it's in my brain. I know what we're going to be doing and what we need to do, what we need to focus on. And let's see. So I know all of that. It's just a matter of now just, getting started. So for right now, I'm not trying to rush it because I'm enjoying my time, my sleeping in. I'm enjoying all of that. And yeah. So let's see if she comes on back up here. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear better?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so I am going to share it a few places. I don't know if you are prepared to do that, but I'm going to share it onto Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling, and then another few other groups, and then we're going to get started.
All right. I'm scared to click it.
Okay, yeah, because you might lose it. Okay, yeah, just you can wait till after we're done. All right, I'm going to do one more share, and then we will be ready. All right, girlfriends, come in and say hey to us. Say hello. Greet us. Let us know you can hear us and see us well. Hey, Charlene. Hey there, Sandy. All right, that's the only place. All right, I think I'm good now. Okay. So you're all good, Lorena?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling. I am turned up for today's interview. Today's interview is with a beautiful queen out of where I'm at in my state. I didn't even know she's out of South Carolina. And she is a homeschooling mom of two boys, and I cannot wait to introduce you to her. But let you know what this platform is if you're seeing us jump on this feed. This is Girlfriend's Guide to Homeschooling, okay? I'm Angela Jordan Perry, and this is a platform to give voice to the African homeschooling diaspora, where we say hashtag we homeschool too. And our kids are thriving, they're doing well, and we are making it happen. We have a strong conviction to homeschool and educate our own, and we're making it happen. So this is where you receive encouragement, insights, a little peek into some moms' lives of homeschooling and their journey and how they're making it happen, where you can either be encouraged or two, just say, hey, I can do this too. If Lorena is doing it, I can do it. So let me tell you just a little bit about myself. I'm a homeschooling mom of 18 years to 8 children. Three of them we have graduated. 5, I'm still homeschooling. We'll be getting started soon. My partner and dear husband is 26 years of marriage with him. And in the state of South Carolina, I give legal rights to families to homeschool all over the state. I'm an Option 3 Accountability Association Director. So my purpose-driven life is to make a positive impact on thousands of homeschoolers worldwide. I do that in part right here on Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling, on my podcast with Girlfriends Chat, on my new platform, Educating Our Own, and then also, as I mentioned, in the state of South Carolina. So that's just a little bit about me. So now on to our interviewee, Lorena.
Am I supposed to
Are you
introduce
ready
myself?
to make it happen, girl?
Mm-hmm.
She's so laid back. So we have this little delay, so you all just bear with us, and we're gonna make it happen. Thank you, Charlene, for yes, that's my normal intro. So let me tell you about Lorena. First of all, she sent me like maybe 2 sentences about herself. And I thought, oh my goodness, let me go find out about this lady. So I went onto everywhere I could find her social media fingerprint and just dig up information about who she is, because sometimes we can be very modest. Well, she was very, very modest about herself. So let me tell you about this beautiful queen here. So Lorena Graham. She is a South Carolina resident. She's also known as Natural Minded Mama, MAMA. So on all social media platforms, you'll find her there. On Twitter, I would search for her on Twitter. I went to her Instagram. I went to Facebook. I went to her website, everywhere so I can get information about her. Okay, so here we go. Listen to what she says about herself. Lorena is a wife, a mama of 2 wild boys, practicing baby wearing. She's an educator, a natural living advocate, co-sleeping, vegan, yoga, free birth, organic, photographer, cloth diaper educator, breastfeeding consultant, natural parenting advocate, unassisted birth advocate, passionate about birth. And you can find Lorena at www.anaturalmindedmama.com. That's MAMA. And then also she's on YouTube, the same thing, and Facebook, Twitter, all as Natural Minded Mama. Except on Twitter, she's Natural Minded Ma, MA. Okay? So, Lorena, I have told the girlfriends just a little bit about yourself. Please tell us how you actually got started in your homeschooling journey.
I got started when I realized that I couldn't send my youngest to daycare because of a lot of allergies and stuff that he had, and I was like, I'm not going to risk it. And then so after I thought that about daycare, I started thinking about schooling and how that would affect him if he got into an environment where it wasn't controlled, what he would come in contact with, which it wouldn't be. So I was like, okay, so what's the alternative? Because I can't have my child in the hospital every day. Um, so I found out about homeschooling and started diving into that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so how long have you been homeschooling now?
A year. We did this year is like a trial run because we haven't legally filed anything yet. I wanted to go ahead and start filling it out and find a flow for us before I had to do it legally and everything. So we started last year.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. All right, well, very good. Well, how was it when you got started? What was your, this first year like? How did you feel? How did it flow?
It hasn't. To be completely honest, it's been a work in progress, and I'm finding a lot more of the things that don't work, and I'm finally finding things that do work. It's a learning process, and it took a lot of deschooling myself. I didn't have to deschool him because he's never been to school, but I had to deschool myself because it's whatever it's supposed to look like in a school setting is not what it's going to look like in my house or when we're out on the road or whatever. I've had to change my mindset on a lot and also open my mindset to, okay, everything can be a learning opportunity and I have to treat it as such. We do have a really strong delay.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So tell us, what were some of the mindset shifts that you had to make and some things you had to change and to make it go a little bit smoother than otherwise it would have gone smooth?
So I started looking at all these people's homeschool schedules and classroom like rooms and everything. And I'm like, okay, these people are starting really early in the morning. I'm not a morning person, neither are my children usually. Usually, sometimes they surprise me. But and then when they wake up, they're ready to like run around. They're not ready to do schoolwork or like be focused on one thing. So um I had to let go of the idea, and I'm glad I didn't start doing it because as soon as I thought about trying to attempt it, it just didn't work. I'm just like, this isn't me, this isn't us, this isn't gonna work for our family. So the schedule thing out the window. We're just gonna have to make this work the way it works. Bye.
Okay, threw it out the window. All right, so tell the girlfriends, what does your day look like from when you start your day, when you get up, what is your flow that you kind of figure out? I mean, and it changes from year to year, but for right now, what was your flow when you got up and started your day?
Right now, our flow it varies because it just depends on how cooperative my 5 and 2-year-old are being. But I try to do a couple pages in a kindergarten workbook that he has. I'm getting him through that before we start homeschooling. I think I'm gonna start him at first grade, but I'm gonna test him to make sure I feel he's at that level. Um, 'Cause technically he's only supposed to start kindergarten this year, but because of his age, the cutoff. He was born in December,
Hmm.
so the cutoff is like right before his birthday. Um, but the day starts off, we do workbooks, or we read a book and then we do workbooks. We read a couple books, go through word recognition, then we do math. I'll do addition and subtraction, and he can do large numbers addition and subtraction. He uses his abacus for it, and he's actually really really good at doing math. Like he doesn't really need too much assistance with that. Um, and then we pretty much after those things, I let him do what he wants to do. If he wants to learn, I'll ask him what he wants to learn about. Usually it's about dinosaurs. So I'll pull up a documentary or something about dinosaurs, or we'll pull out his dinosaur book, or he'll color in his coloring book, and we'll do some puzzles. I just try to fill his day with um, as much activities as I can. So his brain is continuously working. He helps me cook. We wash clothes and fold clothes together. I also like to do a lot of life skills because I don't want him to be dependent on anyone for anything. I want him to be competent in all areas. So he helps a lot around the house, and I'm working on that. He pretty much does what he wants. So
So what is your length of time that you would say quote unquote actually are doing schoolwork with your 4-year-old? He'll be 5 this year, December.
he's 5 now. He'll be 6 in
He's
December.
5 now. Okay. So how many hours or how much time in a day do you school?
It's I don't know how to quantify it in hours because it's sporadic throughout the day. It's continuous. And if something hits me and I'm like, oh, this is a teaching moment, we talk about it. And then if I want to get more information about it, I'll Google it and pull it up and show him. Um, I wouldn't even begin to know where to tell you how long in time frame because we just do it throughout the day as it comes.
Gotcha. I mean, and that's neat. Yeah, and that's a great that is a I think that's excellent way to do it because they're constantly hopping here, going there, doing there, this and that and the other. And so just learning opportunities throughout the day. So I mean, that's perfect. So Lolanda, just to switch gears, tell us in this 1 year of homeschooling so far, tell us your worst day of homeschooling where you thought, I'm not going to do this. What am I doing? And you almost considered quitting, but you didn't quit. And this is why, you're about to start in your year number 2. Tell us about that day.
It was one of the days when I first started doing workbooks with Kyrie. I was like, okay, he's going to do 10 pages a day. And then we're going to do all of the other activities that I try to squeeze into a day. And he was not having it. He was fidgeting. He was finding all kinds of excuses. He was starving every 5 minutes. And then I have my 2-year-old going haywire around the whole house. And I was just like, I don't understand. Like, what am I supposed to do? that day, I told my husband, I was like, we need to find somebody else that homeschools and pay them because I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Like I can't. And then the next day, my 2-year-old comes up to me with a book and he shows me again that why I'm doing this and why I'm trying to lean towards unschooling. He brings me a book and he points to the stuff and he wants me to read it to him and he's just pretty much leading me to teach him and I'm just like, okay, that's the opposite of
Oh.
what I was doing with the workbooks. So I need to reevaluate this. I need to reevaluate this and go back to trying to follow their lead. Okay, we can do workbooks, but we can dial it back. Now we do 5 pages a day. And he can handle that. That's long enough and it's not too long for him to handle. But 10 pages a day was too much. And that day he made sure I knew about it.
10 pages, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I have an
Wow.
issue. Sometimes I have an issue with over and achieving, and I try to get that. I try to do that with my children, but I can't. I need to allow them to get to that point instead of pushing that on them. And so I needed that. As stressful as that day was, I needed that to reevaluate because that just required me to do some self reflection.
Yeah, that is really good. And what I would say to that, Lorena, that is so key because a lot of homeschooling is also about us being shaped and formed and chiseled and having mind shift changes and all of that. So honey, you're just getting started, but but that's huge. That was a huge one, to realize. So kudos to you. So tell us, what was your most memorable day, of homeschooling this past year that almost brought you to tears? And you're like, okay, this is why we're doing this. This is why we're doing it.
Um, I've had a couple of those. The day that he does it all the time. every time Naeem brings me a book and he starts reading it to me, or Kyrie starts talking about some stuff I never taught him that he picked up and just kept in his memory, and just starts talking about it and like, yeah, this is this and this is what this does. And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing terrible. Like, we're doing okay. You're doing good.
Good
But yeah,
deal. Good deal.
the book, the day after that Naeem brought me that book, it just reminded me that I want to make sure that I unschool. I want to make sure the point of this is one of the main points, because there's a lot of points, but one of the main points is I don't want to kill their their um their want or their need or their desire to continuously learn. And I see for school, that's what happened to me when I was in high school. It was just too much. It was a bunch of stuff I didn't care about. And had I had the chance to explore what I cared about, I would be more fluent in those subjects. So I don't want to do that to my children. I want them to explore. And because when you're passionate or super interested in something, you do better at it, and you can find a way
Absolutely.
to create a job or a business or a career out of it. And I want my children to be able to do that, to wake up and be like, yeah, I love my job. It's not even a job for me. I love my career. I love my business, whatever it is that they want to do.
That's it. That's key, and that is on point. Absolutely. Hello, Darian from Dallas. Hey there. Um, very good. So let me just shift just a moment. We're going to go to the second part of our show. So all of you girlfriends who are joining in, thanks Kim for popping in, and Keith and Carolyn and Jennifer and Katina Arnold, Christine Waters, Charlene, Rachel Lynn, Sandy, Alicia. All of you, thanks for joining in. Sheila, I just give you all a quick shout out. And Lisa Fleming, thanks for joining in this evening. And all of you who are on replay, appreciate you popping in. Please let us know where you come from, and yes, post a message. Give us a wave or a hello. So on this part of the show, Lorena, this is where some questions are, just to pick your brain, quick answers that you can give us. But for all of you who are joining in, this is Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling with Angela Jordan Perry. And I have Lorena Graham on here from South Carolina, first year homeschooling mama of two wild boys, how she say it, wild boys. But anyway, so Lorena, let me ask you these questions. These are quick questions to just to pick your brain. What is your favorite quote that has helped you through your schooling this past year?
Um,
Or it can be your mantra, your
I don't.
favorite mantra or your quote that has kept you sane.
Um, I want to say Lisa, but my favorite quote or mantra. My mantra is raising free and critical thinkers, and I want to do that. And that's why the workbook thing, doing 10 pages a day, doesn't fall in line with that. So I had to reevaluate it. So raising free and critical thinkers and raising entrepreneurs. That's my mantra. That's my goal with my children with homeschooling. So they can create whatever it is that they need or want to do. I don't want them to be bound to a job because they have to make money. I want them to create something that they would love and they don't hate getting up to go do.
Absolutely. Do you plan to homeschool them all the way to the end, whatever that end is?
I do, unless they they make it very clear to me that they want to do something else at a certain age. Like once we get maybe towards
Mhm.
high school, if they're like, I really, really want to go, okay, maybe we can try it out for a little while. You're old enough, I don't have to worry about you being in contact with stuff that you know that isn't okay for you. Yeah, maybe high school if they want to. But until then, I plan on doing it all the way through.
Is there something unique to the Graham homeschool that you all do that's unique to you all that you like to share?
I'm not sure. Unique to um unique to us. What's unique to us? Um, I guess we're unique in the way that we eat, and I teach my child about why we're vegan, and I show him I give him a lot of literary and documentaries about that, so he understands, and so he's not like, but I want this. I want him to understand why we chose this lifestyle. So I guess that's unique. I don't. Thank you.
Sure. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Is there a favorite book or something that you read or a CD or podcast you heard that helped prepare you for this homeschooling journey?
I haven't read one homeschooling book or. Oh no, I do have a favorite podcast. Fair the Free Child. She is. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I interviewed her a couple of months ago, Akila Richards.
I love her podcast, and I like to listen to it periodically. She has a lot of content I can't keep up, but when I get a chance, I love to listen to her podcast. They're motivated, and I get great ideas from them.
Yep, I
And it
agree.
goes.
She was excellent. So if you haven't seen that interview, you have to go listen to it. It was phenomenal. She transformed my own homeschooling journey.
I definitely will go watch it.
Yep. What is the best piece of advice, Lorena, that you've received so far on this journey?
Piece of advice. Go with your own flow. Everybody is different. Nothing fits all, like no, there's no one size fits all in homeschooling. So you gotta find what the vibe is, what the flow is for you and yours. Because otherwise you're gonna stress yourself out trying to keep up.
Gotcha, absolutely. I have a Darian Page. It says, all I can say is Miss Lorena is doing an amazing job with her family. She is such an inspiration in so many areas.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
So do you have a favorite resource or a tool or online app or something like that that you found helpful on your journey this year?
A lot of the stuff that Kyrie has learned that didn't include me being right there was off of reading eggs. And I really love reading eggs. And we tried Starfall and ABC Mouse, and he didn't like or couldn't really navigate those at his age. And so we tried reading eggs, and he really loves it. And my 2-year-old loves it too. And it's really interactive. They have a lot of lessons. They also have games that include the lessons. So I really like how well put together it is.
What is it called again?
Reading eggs. I have a
Oh, okay.
if you go to my if you go to my Instagram, I have a link on my bio for a 4-week free trial for anybody who wants to try it. So that's a full month. And that'll give you a good, like, because sometimes the
Okay.
7-week trials, 7-day trials
All
are
right,
too
very good.
short.
I will make sure that's in the show notes so you girls can go check that out. No, say that again.
I was saying that a lot of the trials are only like a week long, and maybe you forget about it and you only try it twice. That's not long enough to figure out if your child likes it. A month is a good time.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. 4 weeks is a long trial, so thank you for sharing that. So, let's see. Here we are, Lorena, on the last question, the $1 million question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes. So, if you had to start this year over, all over again, this first year of homeschooling, now that you've completed it, what will be the first thing you'd be sure to change? during this homeschooling journey, or add into your homeschooling journey this time around?
I would add, which is what I'm starting to do now, I would add more games, educational games, because it's super easy to incorporate and they love it. And that falls into the point of keeping it fun and helping them keep that desire to learn. Um, I would not even entertain the thought of schedules. Um, and I will probably be tell myself that if I could look back and say, hey, this is what you need to know for this year. Just go with the flow. He's 5. Try to spend 5 to 10 minutes on whatever it is that you want to hit for each time and take a break after that and then go back to the next thing. But trying to do it like a school day where it's back to back to back to back and so concentrated, first of all, it's too much. It's too much on him. It's too much on me. It's stressful. It's the opposite of what I want because it releases the hormones that are involved with stress versus making it happy, making it fun, and releasing oxytocin and making it an enjoyable experience, a good, memorable experience. So not stressing and trying to make it so structured. I would tell myself not to do that. Get away from that because that's kind of what I didn't want to do in the first place. I kind of made a mini version of that. So throw that away.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, very good. So, Lorena, do you have any last words of advice for the girlfriends? And what else are you involved in that you would like to let the girlfriends know so they can join around you as a village?
Um, there's a group of homeschooling moms here in Charleston, and we have gotten together and created a co-op. It's called Molding Melanated Minds. And we will be starting the co-op. It's either the end of this month or the beginning of the next month, and I'm really excited about that because surrounding yourself with like-minded people only makes it easier and takes some of the stress off of you. Um, so yeah, check us out on Facebook if you're interested in the Charleston area. What else did you say? I had something else I wanted to say. um, Basically, don't underestimate yourself if you're thinking about doing this. Surround yourself with people. If you're big on Facebook, there's so many homeschooling Facebook groups with so many resources and people who have done this, who can help you and lead you. And don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's in person or online. Just finding a support system, it makes a huge difference. But if you're interested and you're willing to put in the work, you can definitely do this. And it's very important that if you have the ability that you do it because you're literally molding the future. And that they're precious, like their minds are precious. And whose better hands would they be in than yours? If they're your children, who better hands would they be in?
Very good insights. Very, very, very good. So thank you very much, Lorena. Good insights. You all be sure to connect with Lorena on Natural Minded Mama, MAMA. Find her on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. And be sure if you're in Charleston, in that area in South Carolina, and you're looking for support and you want to connect with the co-op, she mentioned Molding Melanated Minds, and you can find that on Facebook. So be sure to connect. And girlfriends, I just want to let you know this, and I say this every time. You are the average of the 5 people you hang around with. And this past hour, you've been hanging out with Lorena Graham. So you all keep up the good work. I mean, a year behind her, under her belt of homeschooling, and she has learned so much that already she can share with you. You know, don't create a school in your home. No, you don't want to do that. You know, create fun and an enjoyable environment so you can release those good hormones and you know enjoy what you're doing. So you all hit the replay, go back and listen to this again, and take in her wisdom and her nuggets from this first year, her very first year of homeschooling. Okay, so be sure to do that. So Lorena, I just want to say Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling appreciates you and thankful to you for taking up your time to share your wisdom, your knowledge, your nuggets. Yes, nuggets from your first year of homeschooling. And so thank you so much, and I appreciate you giving back into our African homeschooling diasporic community. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, very good. So, girlfriend, so you all, a few things. If you are seeing this in Lorena's feed, be sure to go over to Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling with Angela Jordan Perry and like that page. Go to YouTube, do the same, Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling. Find us there. And then on Facebook, go to Educating Our Own Now on Facebook page. And there you're going to find a lot of resources. If you're wanting to get started, I think I saw a question from, let's see, it was from Darian. I'm going to answer your question in a moment. But there on Educating Our Own Now, you're going to find a lot of resources in which to get you going and strong and encouraged. And every part of your life is an idea. Every part of your life as it connects to homeschooling, you're going to have some resources by video to be encouraged by. So that website, I mean, we're getting our information together to go onto the website. But the website is www.eduourown.com. eduourown.com. That's the website. So go there, go ahead and sign up free as a member, become a member for free. So every time new content comes on there, you all can get that insights, these videos, this wisdom and knowledge is coming to you. It's going to be so good. And then we're going to have our shop on there. So all these mamas who got things going on or written books or videos or what have you, you're going to be able to get those resources as well. You're looking for blog posts. You're looking for blog posts or podcasts or Instagram pages or co-ops or support groups in your area. Well, we're going to have all of that on Educating Our Own as well on that website. So it's going to be a one-stop shop for you as it relates to homeschooling and educating our own African diasporic children and families. So, all right, so I'm very excited about that. So everyone, thanks again for joining here on the replay, and thank you for being here live with Angela Jordan Perry on Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling. So stay tuned because soon Lorena and I will be doing her podcast chat on a very specific point that she has made in this interview today. All right, so you all take care, all the best, and until our next interview, which is in a couple more days. All right, take care. Peace, everyone.